Hey there. In today's video, we're diving into everything you need to know about a bad ABS control module, what it does, how it fails, and the key signs you should watch out for. So, what's the purpose of the ABS control module? Well, the ABS, short for anti-lock braking system, is there to help prevent your wheels from locking up or slipping under hard braking. See, this kind of slip happens when the braking force exceeds the traction between the tire and the road, and that's where the ABS steps in. When it detects a wheel is starting to slip, it quickly releases the braking force just enough to let the tire regain traction. Then, once the tire has grip again, it immediately reapplies the brakes, so the whole braking process continues smoothly without you skidding all over the place. Now, the ABS control module is basically the brain of the entire system. It constantly monitors the speed of each wheel through sensors mounted at every corner. If one of those wheel speed sensors picks up on a slip, it sends a signal to the ABS modulator. The modulator then responds by reducing brake pressure to that specific wheel just for a moment until traction is restored. It's all happening in milliseconds, and you don't even have to think about it. But if that ABS control module starts to go bad, well, that's when problems start showing up. So why does an ABS control module actually go bad? Well, there are a few reasons. One of the most common causes is moisture. Yep, water getting where it doesn't belong. If water sneaks into the module housing, it can corrode the internal circuits, and once that starts, it's pretty much game over unless you catch it early. Another reason is electrical issues. We're talking blown fuses, short circuits, or voltage spikes that can fry the module's internal components. Then there's physical damage. Now, this isn't always the first thing people think of, but it can absolutely take out your ABS control module. Let's say your car recently had some brake work done, or maybe other maintenance near the wheel wells or under the hood. If the module was handled roughly or accidentally hit with a tool, it could leave behind a dent or crack. And don't forget wear and tear. Like any electronic part, the ABS module can just wear out over time. Now that we know what the ABS control module does and why it can go bad, let's talk about the common signs of a failing ABS module. All right, the first and most obvious sign is the ABS warning light turning on. When something goes wrong in the ABS system, whether it's a sensor issue, wiring problem, or the module itself, the system throws up that warning light and stores a diagnostic trouble code. Think of those codes like your car's way of raising its hand and saying, "Hey, something's not right down here." Now, if you plug in an OBD2 scanner to check what's going on, you might see codes like U0121, which means lost communication with the ABS module. That's a clear sign the module's either not responding or has completely failed. Another one you might see is U0415, which pops up when the ABS is sending back corrupted or invalid data to the vehicle's main computer. If you're not sure about what these OBD2 codes mean, you can always visit our website, obdcode.org, where we've got a full list of codes and their explanations. I'll also put a link down below if you need an OBD2 scanner, or you can head to any auto parts store and scan your car for free. All right, let's move on to the next symptom of a bad ABS control module, and that's a firm or hard brake pedal. Now here's the thing, stopping a car takes a lot of force. Without any assistance, that brake pedal would be incredibly hard to push. Older cars solve this with a brake booster that uses engine vacuum to assist the driver. But in modern vehicles equipped with ABS, it's a little different. These systems often rely on the ABS control module and an integrated electric motor to boost braking pressure. So, when everything's working right, it feels smooth and effortless. But if that motor fails or the module starts malfunctioning, you lose that assist. And then the brake pedal gets super firm, like 5 to 10 times harder than normal. Now let's talk about one of the most noticeable signs of a bad ABS module, ABS triggering too soon. So imagine you're just cruising along, light tap on the brakes, nothing crazy, and suddenly you feel that ABS pulse or vibration in the brake pedal, like you're on an icy road. But here's the thing. The road is totally dry, and you're not even braking that hard. That early activation happens when the ABS control module is getting faulty or inaccurate signals, because it's failing to process the info from the wheel speed sensors correctly. The module thinks one or more wheels are locking up, so it jumps in and tries to correct a problem that's not even there. In reality, you might still have full traction, but the ABS cuts in anyway, reducing braking force when you actually don't need it, and that can be super dangerous, especially if you're trying to stop quickly. Let's talk about another major sign of a bad ABS module: your wheels locking up under hard braking. Now remember, the whole purpose of ABS is to prevent wheel lockup, so if you slam on the brakes and your wheels still skid like you're in an old-school car with no ABS, that's a big red flag. This happens because the ABS control module isn't doing its job. Either it's not receiving signals from the wheel speed sensors, or it's failing to send the proper commands to the modulator to pulse the brakes. Without that rapid brake release and reapply action, your wheels just lock up, causing you to lose traction and making it way harder to steer while braking. Another big sign of a failing ABS module is an inaccurate speedometer, or in some cases, a completely dead one. See, in many modern vehicles, instead of using a separate speed sensor, the speedometer relies on one of the 4 wheel speed sensors to determine how fast you're going. It's a smart design that simplifies the system and cuts down on extra components, but there's a catch. If the ABS module detects a critical issue, it can shut down the entire ABS system, including all 4 wheel speed sensors. And guess what happens when those sensors go offline? The speedometer stops getting any data, meaning it either shows the wrong speed or just sits at 0. Another sign of a bad ABS module is the ABS pump running constantly, even when you're not pressing the brakes. Now, normally, the ABS pump only kicks in when needed, like during hard braking or when a wheel slip is detected. It's designed to quickly build pressure and help modulate braking force, but if the ABS module malfunctions, it might start sending incorrect signals. This can cause the pump to run non-stop, which isn't just annoying but can also lead to premature wear and potential failure of the pump itself. But hold on. Before jumping to the conclusion that the ABS module is bad, it's crucial to check other components that could be causing similar issues. First up, we have the wheel speed sensors. These little sensors are mounted at each wheel and constantly monitor the wheel's rotation speed. If one of them is dirty, damaged, or disconnected, it might send incorrect data to the ABS module and can mimic the same symptoms as a bad ABS module. Next, we have a blown fuse related to ABS system. A blown fuse in the ABS system can cut power to the ABS module, making it seem like the module itself is faulty. Since the ABS relies on electrical power to function, a blown fuse can lead to the ABS warning light turning on, the system shutting down, or even erratic braking behavior. Before jumping to conclusions about the module, check the ABS-related fuses in the fuse box. Next, a faulty ABS pump can also mimic the symptoms of a bad ABS module. The ABS pump is responsible for maintaining hydraulic pressure in the braking system, especially during emergency braking situations. If the pump fails, it can lead to issues like a firm brake pedal, ABS triggering too soon, or even the ABS warning light coming on. Next, low brake fluid can also mimic the symptoms of a bad ABS module. The ABS system relies on proper hydraulic pressure to function correctly, and brake fluid plays a crucial role in maintaining that pressure. If the fluid level is too low, air can enter the system, leading to spongy brakes, the ABS light turning on, or even a non-responsive ABS system. Sometimes, low brake fluid can be caused by a leak in the brake lines, a worn-out master cylinder, or even normal wear over time.